Aqua, you're like about to fall down. Why are you about to fall down? Please don't. I'm doing a thing for about a week. I don't know. Look, I'm doing this as shit goes. I'm not good at planning shit. But it's because Ensemble Stars 9th anniversary is coming up. So this is most of my stuff. Because first Starry Stage, I own it. It's like over there somewhere, but I can't be bothered to take it out because something else is on top of it, along with the anime Blu-rays. But I have the first one, the second one, the third one, which got canceled. But then we got the fourth one. It got split in two to make up for it, both August and July days. We've seen these before, the Trip albums, Valkyrie's first album, and then this single, this beautiful, both with their packaging still on, because I dare not disturb that. I also have their Valkyrie's second single somewhere, but again, I can't be bothered to get it. Also, I might be talking a lot, so I have my water here. But what are we talking about today? So I was thinking, just the beginning of Ensemble and kind of my experience with it. I don't know. That's what I thought in my head. Everything sounds good in your head until, we'll see how it goes. We'll just wing it out. Who cares? I don't know how many people only know the rhythm game, but this whole shit show started in November 2012 with Ensemble Girls. Now, who remembers Ensemble Girls? Oh, if you don't know, it took place at a school called Kimisaki, which was also a private academy, right? The pro tag was a second-year male transfer student, so similar to our Anzu, who was also a second-year transfer student. That wasn't an idol thing though. It was just about normal high school kids and clubs. So instead of idol units, we have clubs. That was the main thing. And one of the clubs was the K-On club, so a rock music club. And since it wasn't an idol thing, that was the only club that released any sort of music. I mean, the only other song would be the game's OP song, right? And I'm gonna link to it description. It's a great song. Oh my god, please listen to it if you haven't. So the Girls series as a whole ran until February 2018, right? The original game ended at some point in 2015, which makes sense, and I'll get to why. But then they re-released the game the following year in 2016, revamped and whatever. And they planned for that to be shut down in 2017. But then it got pushed back, I'm not sure why. And then it finally, again, February 2018 is when it all officially shut down, right? As far as I know, it ended because the story actually did end. So, Stars, though, right? Ensemble Stars came out in April 28th, 2015. And the reason that the date has been seared into my brain is because, that's also the birthday of my favorite character from Tsukipara. We're not talking about that series right now. This game also came out around the same time as Girls was initially supposed to end. 2015, I was saying, it makes sense because Girls is gonna end and then Stars starts, right? But why even talk about the Girls game? What does this have anything to do with our boys? Well, first of all, let me show you one of the members of the K-On Club, Ruka Tsukinaga. If you already know Stars, you know why. She looks familiar for a reason, right? She is the little sister of Leo, the reason he's a syscon. I mean, she was also, if I remember correctly, she was also her club's lyricist. So, musical talent kind of checks, right? But when I tell you, I was surprised when I first saw Leo, and I was like, wait, this is the older brother she talks about. And they look the same. They look the fucking same. But then we also have Suzu Kuromori from the same club, the K-On Club, who is Mika's long lost twin. I mean, they share the same amber eye, they're the Buster Bros or something. But none of us were surprised, honestly. I think we knew she had a brother at somewhere, but they were separated at birth, according to Mika. And then when Mika, when Mika meets Anzu, she's like, oh, you remind me of someone. Because, she and Suzu were, best friends. But yeah, the timing of their ages, like Mika and Suzu, makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna get into why, but yeah. So we're continuing with the siblings. The pro tag boy in the girls' game is actually Anja's little brother. she's she's mentioned in girls. She's not in the girls' game. She's not a character that you meet in the game, but like she's mentioned, and because she used to go to Kimisaki, right? So I believe the timeline is that her first year was at Kimisaki. She had a failed revolution, left as a result, and that's when she transferred to Yume Osaki for her second year. Don't ask me what the revolution was because I do not fucking remember. This is forever ago, dude. But you know what this means? Like Anzu's little brother is 1 year younger, right? So when the Stars story starts, he's still a first year. So the girl story hasn't even started yet. If I'm thinking about this correctly, am I stupid? So Stars is a spin-off. It's like a weird prequel slash like simultaneous thing. Like I'll also like get into why that is, but it's oh. But yeah, the original Stars game comes out, and I was confused. Like I held off on it because I saw that it wasn't a rhythm game, despite it being an idol game. Because at that point, I was used to stuff like I like Idol Master, Love Live, Aichu. I'd already started playing Idolish too, but that came out. I mean, it was the same year. It came out in the same year, but it was a few months later, so it's a little bit younger than Stars. But I tried it, and I don't know why, but I liked it enough to keep playing. Oh my god, my voice. So nowadays it's called the basic version because it's split, but before that was the game, right? Which I do still play because that's my OG account from 2015. I kind of feel obliged to do so. But for anyone who's never experienced this, I showed gameplay of it during Alkaloid's trip campaign. So this newer version does do some things differently, but overall it's the same idea. Like I don't want to get into the nitty gritty of the gameplay because it's kind of a lot, but you do production courses, you do mini talks, which that's also in the music thing, yeah. And this is where you get jewels for the idol roads. So in music, you play the songs, right? And that's how you get mats and stuff. No, like the production for this version is how you get the mats. There is strategy to this though. Like I know it looks simple, but if you take this seriously, you need there's some kind of strategy. It's like sometimes you have to plan out this gauge called fever, which this isn't in music. Music doesn't have fever. Because there are like missions in these damn things, and sometimes the missions want you to either like enter fever time within the first 10 lessons or enter fever time twice in the same production. And I've already gotten stressed out by this so many times. And like the number of jewels you get also depends on which room you choose and how many characters are in said rooms. So when I get missions about like, oh, you have to get fucking 50 yellow jewels by the 10th lesson, I was like, fuck me. I will say though, one thing I liked about the basic version, that the music doesn't do, is that there are right and wrong answers to the mini talks, and you can find out which is which. Because in, in music, the mini talks are the same, the choices are the same, but I don't think it tells you if you chose the right answer or not. There's like no indication. So in basic, you know, because like if you get the right answer, you get this like medal. If you choose a lukewarm answer, you get like a status piece, which is like the jewel thing. And you get the wrong answer, you get you a note piece. I think in the super OG game, the rewards were different, but it worked the same way. I don't know. I just really like knowing the answers. That's just me. Like, what's the canon answer, right? But yeah, anyways. So when I started playing this and I had to explain to people what the game was, they'd be like, "That's it," which felt weird because I yeah, that kind of really is it. But I was really invested in it, so I didn't feel like, oh, it's that's just it to me, right? I do think the characters and style of the units played a big part in me initially liking the game, probably. I think so, but like I'm gonna talk about them in a whole separate thing, so we're not gonna get into that. Not yet. So yeah, despite not being a rhythm game, they still release music, of course, because it's an idol thing. And when I started listening to this damn music, I was like, Aichu, Idolish, Idol Master. Love Live, who? Again, I don't want to go into how I first thought about the units and the characters, but I was in. Like, I came for the characters and I just stayed for the music. Okay, I'm gonna fucking start talking about them. God damn it. But Tsukipara, or just like, Tsukipara is the name of the game. Tsukino, like the Tsukino universe in general, that's actually older than Stars, is it? No, older than Stars, because the CD started in like 2012, but that's also around when Girls started. So Ensemble as a whole, I guess, is the same age. But either way, that's another series that made a big impact on my life. Tsukino's music, oh god, it's so good. But in terms of story, like, Ensemble has been haunting me for 9 years now. I've just become one of those Disney adults, except I'm an Ensemble adult. It's my whole personality now, and it's all I ever want to talk about. And then my friends are like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you talking to me about idols? And why are they, like, dying? I gotta get back on topic, though. So yeah, OG game, right? And then 2019 happened. Like, when finally the story of Trickstar and Anzu's first year at Yuminosaki came to an end, and I was so emotional. Oh my god. And then the game split in two. They said, oh, we're gonna make it a rhythm game. And I was like, oh, my answers have been, my prayers have been answered. Fuck me. I was like, yes, this is what I wanted this whole time. Thank you. Game split, and now we're here. So that leads me back to the timelines. Ooh. Because, okay, remember how I said that Stars is a weird, like, prequel simultaneous thingy? And I already said that the OG Star game takes place when Anzu's brother's still first year. So, aka before the event of Girls, right? So what does that mean? Like, so the second game we're in, like, now. Like, Alkaloid and Crazy Bees kind of year, right? Which, like, oh, their story's gonna come to an end soon, too. Oh my god! This game takes place at the same time as Girls, right? So once this Matrix event ends, that's also when, chronologically, the Girls' story ends, and then the Girls graduate, which makes sense with Mika and Suzu, because that means they're both in their third year, like, right now, which makes sense if they're twins. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I think that's how this works. It's like, so, like, when I found that out, my brain just shit. But then that got me thinking about the timeline, which I think about a lot. Dude, this shit, I lose sleep over this shit, man. I need help. I was also trying to figure out if, like, that 1 year, so Anzu's first year of high school, right? If that was the year that all of these schools were having revolutions. Because, like, Kimisaki in the girls' game, right? Anzu was having a revolution in her first year. But then you have Eiichi's war, which happened before Anzu transferred. So that would be in the same year, right? And then there's the Reimei Revolution, which that one, oh my god. Look, I talk a lot of shit about the war, and I'm still not over it. Like, you can tell by the, like, I have fucking the eccentrics on my desktop. I'm not over it. You can tell by the way I talk about Fine, Tsumugi, Keito. Like, what little I know about Reimei was already crazy. I say little because despite knowing Japanese, I am still way too lazy to read and keep up with all the stories. I don't even like reading in English, so all this is coming from my very limited knowledge. But yeah, like, the whole thing with Tatsumi and Kaname, and how, and like, somehow it connects to what happened to Subaru's dad. And I don't know if it's been revealed yet. I don't think so, because I haven't heard anything, like, personally, but I don't know exactly who the priest is, and I don't know what the fuck the deal is with Hitsugi. I remember when Hitsugi first came out, they released it on YouTube in this really short video with Hitsugi talking with Hajime, and I'm like, are you, like, switching between genders right now? Like, what is going on, Hitsugi? Which, also, this is another thing I really think about a lot, but I feel like if you don't know a thing about Ensemble, shit sounds crazy, right? Because we're always talking about the war. Which, when I tell you, I mean, look, when I tell you students died, I know some of us can be a little exaggerated when it comes to the war, but the school has a memorial for those students, so yeah. And the thing that happened with Arashi, And then you have, like, the fucking multiple revolutions apparently happening at the same time. Like, I don't know what happened that year, but it was a bad year for idols. Or high school students. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, and there's the fucking mafia! There's the fucking mafia! But then that's completely separate from the actual Yakuza. Because that's one of Mama's parents. So the Yakuza is a thing that one of the Mama's parents is part of, is what I was trying to say. There we go. I always forget which one, but one is a Yakuza member and the other is a policeman, from what I remember. And it's like, it's like Honto Yaji, but gone extremely wrong, because they were involved in a cult! And then, like, in which one of the idols, so Kanata, right, was involved in, because he was the god of it! And now there's, like, necromancy involved, because, like, okay, so I already mentioned Hitsugi was like, wow, are you changing genders or whatever? But it's because he's, like, being possessed by his sister or some shit. Like, how does that even work? How did you do that? Because I'm not used to, like, Ensemble's pretty crazy, but no one has, like, powers. I mean, I know, we have a water god, I know. And we do have Hibiki, whose hair is apparently sentient. I don't know about that. And then Sora can see colors. I mean, well, see the color of people's auras. Fucking necromancy? What the fuck? And then you got, like, the realistic stuff, like industry politics, which I really fucking hate. Oh my god, the idol industry politics and the corruption that goes on in there. Oh my god. I mean, that's like the whole point of, like, Double Face was just, like, underground shit in the industry, wasn't it? Oh my god. That industry politics led to fucking our Anzu being taken hostage by goddamn gatekeepers. A guy named Gatekeeper, who's also part of the mafia. Don't get me started on all the relationships stemming from The Godfather. That's a whole other thing. Okay, I already mentioned that the whole Tatsumi and Kaname thing connects to Subaru's dad. But all that is, like, it goes back to the mafia and The Godfather somehow. But The Godfather also involves Nagisa and Ibara. Well, Nagisa we kind of know, because that was even in the anime. So even if you don't play the game and you only watch the anime, they kind of reveal that at the end, that he was... Okay, yeah. But because Kaname is involved, like, Himeru is also involved with the whole thing, and, like... I don't know if I'm qualified to explain the details of all, like, that nonsense. Because, again, not a lover of reading, but I only know what little I've read myself and what I've heard from others over the years. Like, but that's insane, though. Like, if you told me all that and said, like, by the way, it's about a bunch of dingus high school idols, I would have been like, get the fuck out. No, it's not. Oh, God. I need more water. My head's starting to hurt. Oh, my God. But yeah, I love Ensemble for that, though. I like how it started out as a simple Love Live-esque thing. But then as more shit about the past was revealed, it started getting more and more depressing, and it was all emotionally downhill from there. You know what? I'm here for it. Fuck it. Like, this series has given me so much good music, good children. It's made me smile and cry in, like, equal parts. And I'm not leaving them until they leave me first. However long this bullshit goes for, I'm in. But right now, though, like, talking for that long, that loudly has made me really fucking dizzy. And now I gotta lay down so I don't hit the floor. Okay, bye.